You wake up every day and let people walk all over you. You smile when you should speak. You stay quiet when you should leave. And deep down, you know something is wrong. You feel it in your gut. That person drains you. That relationship exhausts you. But you ignore it, you rationalize it. You tell yourself it will get better. It will not get better. Because you have not learned the most important skill in modern life. Spotting toxic people early. Most people wait until they are destroyed before they realize who was poisoning them. They wait until the friendship is ruined, the relationship is dead, or their mental health is shattered. Then they look back and see all the signs they ignored, the red flags they excused, the boundaries they let crumble. This is not about being paranoid. This is about being aware. Because toxic people do not announce themselves. They do not walk into your life wearing a sign that says, "I will ruin you." They are charming, they are funny, they know exactly what to say. And by the time you realize what they are, you are already trapped. So how do you spot them early? There is one simple test. One boundary you can set in the first few weeks of knowing someone that will reveal everything you need to know. It is called the boundary test. And it works every single time. Here is how it works. Early in the relationship, you set a small boundary. Not a huge one, not something confrontational, just something simple. You say no to a plan. You tell them you need space. You correct them when they make a joke at your expense. You stand your ground on something minor. Then you watch what happens. Because their reaction will tell you everything. A healthy person will respect it. They will say, "Okay, no problem." They might even apologize if they crossed a line. They will adjust their behavior without making you feel guilty. But a toxic person, they will do the opposite. They will test you, they will push back. They will make you feel like you are overreacting. They will guilt you, manipulate you, or play the victim. And this is when you know. This is when you see who they really are. The reason this test works is simple. Toxic people cannot handle boundaries. Boundaries threaten their control. Boundaries expose their patterns. Boundaries force them to respect you as an individual, and toxic people do not operate that way. They need you weak. They need you unsure. They need you questioning yourself. Because the moment you are strong, the moment you stand firm, they lose power over you. Let me break this down further. There are specific reactions toxic people have when you set that first boundary. And once you know what to look for, you will never be fooled again. First, they will invalidate your feelings. You tell them something bothered you, and they will say you are too sensitive. You are overreacting. You are making a big deal out of nothing. This is gaslighting. This is them rewriting reality so they never have to take responsibility. They make you doubt your own perception so you stop trusting yourself. And once you stop trusting yourself, you start trusting them. That is the trap. Second, they will flip the script. Suddenly, you are the problem. You set a boundary, and now they are hurt. Now they are upset. Now you have to comfort them. This is called DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. They turn your boundary into an attack on them. And instead of them respecting your needs, you end up apologizing for having needs in the first place. This is manipulation at its core. Third, they will test the boundary repeatedly. You said no once, so they will ask again, and again, and again. They will phrase it differently. They will wait a few days and bring it up casually. They will act like you never set the boundary in the first place. This is erosion. This is them wearing you down until you give in just to make it stop. Because toxic people do not respect no. They see no as a challenge. Fourth, they will punish you with silence or coldness. You set a boundary, and suddenly they are distant. They stop texting, they cancel plans. They give you the cold shoulder until you come crawling back, apologizing for something you should not apologize for. This is emotional manipulation. This is them training you to never set boundaries again, because the cost is too high. And fifth, they will love bomb you right after. Once they sense you pulling away, they will flood you with affection. They will be extra nice, extra thoughtful. They will apologize in a way that feels genuine, but changes nothing. This is the cycle. Push you away, pull you back, break you down, build you up, keep you confused, keep you hooked, keep you under control. Now compare that to how a healthy person responds. A healthy person hears your boundary and says, okay. They might ask a question to understand better, but they do not argue. They do not guilt you. They do not make it about them. They adjust their behavior and move on. Because healthy people want you to feel safe. Healthy people want mutual respect. Healthy people understand that boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are bridges. Boundaries create trust. So why do most people fail this test? Why do they ignore the red flags even when they see them? Because they have been conditioned to prioritize niceness over safety. They have been taught that setting boundaries is rude, that saying no is selfish, that speaking up is confrontational. So they shrink, they stay quiet. They let people cross lines because they do not want to seem difficult. And toxic people exploit this. They rely on your fear of conflict. They rely on your need to be liked. They rely on you choosing short-term peace over long-term safety. But here is the truth. If someone makes you feel bad for having boundaries, they are not someone you want in your life. If someone punishes you for saying no, they do not respect you. If someone twists your words and makes you question your reality, they are dangerous. And the earlier you see this, the easier it is to walk away. The boundary test is not about being harsh. It is not about cutting people off at the first sign of trouble. It is about awareness. It is about giving yourself permission to pay attention. Because the people who respect your boundaries early will respect you always, and the people who fight your boundaries early will destroy you eventually. There is no middle ground. You do not owe anyone access to your life. You do not owe anyone your energy, your time, or your peace. And you do not owe anyone an explanation for protecting yourself. The right people will understand. The wrong people will reveal themselves. And that revelation is a gift. Because the earlier you see someone for who they are, the less damage they can do. So test them, set a boundary, stand firm, and watch what happens. Because their response will tell you everything. And once you know, you can choose. You can choose safety over familiarity. You can choose respect over comfort. You can choose yourself, and that choice will save you from years of pain, confusion, and regret. The boundary test is not complicated. It is simple, it is powerful, and it works every time. Use it.